Mic check, mic check. Give me a thumbs up if the mic is good, if y'all can hear me. Y'all finna go on a walk with your boy today. We finna go on a walk. I'm waiting on this woman. But while we walking, we talking. All right, mama said we good, cool. What's going on, y'all? A little last minute live stream, but why not? Because I put that poll up, y'all. It's FSU's O-line that's going to be a strength. And I think it's worth a discussion, y'all. So what's going on, man? Everybody who coming on this nice little walk in this hot-ass Texas evening. So hit that like button, man, as y'all come on in. Share the video. Let people know we live. And why women got to be late for everything, man? Come on. Trying to walk while the sunlight's out. This way y'all can see me. We probably got like another hour of sunlight here in Texas. So women take forever to do everything, bro. We'll go ahead, man. Hit that comment section. We'll do a roll call. And while I wait again, like I'm waiting, wasting good daylight. So hit that comment section, y'all. But as always, man, it's your boy POLK on your 863 Seminole TV. All right. There we go. You ready? Yeah. I should have got a hat too. Pretty hot. What's good? What's up, Terrence? You got your AirPods? You got everything?
No, I ain't got everything.
What you missing?
Booty.
Okay, well, you on live right now, so they just heard you say booty.
But it's my booty, I don't care.
Okay, cool. All right, y'all, let's do this. Let's do this walk.
You can walk this?
Huh?
They walking?
They walking with me. Yeah, they walking.
Wait, let me see. I don't see nobody.
You don't see nobody. They see me. And I see them. All right, man. Dang that.
If men get periods, that mean I wait on my out of that.
Say what now?
If men get periods, that mean I wait on.
Let's do it, man. 22 people. Oh, these gnats came out of nowhere. Noel Squad was in the building. Peter Shields was good. Member of the 863 Tribe. Mama, FSU Tony, member of the 863 Tribe. Island Boy, Priscilla Chestnut, Chris Robinson, Till Dog. Terrence, member of the 863 Tribe. And that's all we got for right now, man. And gnats coming out of nowhere. What y'all think, man? Terrence, you think it's a strength? Look at the numbers. I said the numbers are starting to speak for themselves on the offensive line. That's why I asked, is it a strength? Reality Music in the building was good. That's right, man. Our Davey is in the building. What's up with you? Mayan King in the building. What's going on? I think, so I put the poll up. Poll had about 80-something votes. 80 plus votes. So it's a decent little sample size. 74, about 74% of y'all think the O-line will be a strength. And whatever is the opposite of 74%, what was it? 26% of y'all, I think, said it was that you don't think it'll be a strength. So I think we can clarify that. And I don't know if it's going to be a strength myself. I think a strength, to say it's a strength, I think maybe a little bit of a stretch. But it definitely won't be a weakness. Right? That's how I look at it. I think when you say strength, you're inclining that a team in a close game, FSU would be able to lean on their offensive line. Florida State love in the building. What's going on? Seminole T2Y was up. I think when you say strength, you're insinuating that you can lean on them. I don't know if you can lean on them as of right now. But there's no way they're a weakness. Right? I don't think there's any way there's a weakness. The numbers across the board say there's no way that this O-line's a weakness. Let me cross the street without getting hit, y'all. Hold on. There's some depth, but I'm not venturing that far. But strength, the numbers are the best they've had in years. Let's see if you get 7 to 8 solid recruits. I think they definitely had those 7 to 8. I think is the minimum. I think they almost guaranteed themselves 7 to 8 able bodies. I think that's about a given, honestly. Like you can look at the names. We're going to talk about the depth chart right now. I don't walk this route. I mean, never been this route. What's the names on off the bat? Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can get to that. Y'all can hear me. I'm walking, so I don't know. Signal might come in and out. I got the AirPod Pros, dude. Can y'all hear me now? Oh, shoot. In, down, good, yes, yay, nay. Okay. Guess they can hear me now. All right, I'm back. What was I saying? I was saying that these damn bugs are getting on my damn nerves. That's what I was saying. Holy fuck. Ain't never been this many gnats out here. All right, good. Sounds good. Sounds better. That's good. Man, what was I saying? Let me get in the road. Numbers wise is what I was talking about. Somebody said, I think it was Ardavius. Ardavius said we should be able to get a minimum of, I think he said 7 to 8 bodies. I think 7 to 8 bodies, they've almost guaranteed themselves 7 to 8 bodies is what I was saying. So make sure y'all still with me. Bless Harris, Dylan Gibbons, Robert Scott, Emmanuel. Can y'all hear me again? Your phone acting up. Maybe it wasn't the best idea to walk and do live. Y'all bear with me, man. I'm trying to walk and go live. Joe, you ain't really missed too much, man. We just really getting started. Um, and we really just trying to talk about what do we have on the offensive line. And I really feel like for the first time in a while, we have the best depth we've had in 5, 6 years. I mean, I think that's a given, right? The best depth we've had in 5 to 6 years, easily. I think you talking about, again, when you just talk about bodies, we don't even got to get into talent just yet, but we just talking about bodies. College football bodies, right? Developed players. We're talking about Dylan Gibbons, Caden Lyles, Emmanuel, Bless Harris. How do you pronounce his name? Turntine. Robert Scott. What does that give us? 6 off the bat. And now you get into kind of your reserve area where you got potentially Darius Washington as a reserve, Maurice Smith maybe as a reserve, not too sure there. But you also got guys like Zane Herring and Thomas Schrader, who I definitely think will be backup guards. That's not even counting the 6 freshmen you brought in. I don't know, man. I'm feeling like the O line is really in a really positive space. Lloyd Willis, Rod Orrs. Those are your kind of second year and third, your kind of redshirt freshman and redshirt sophomore players that might be able to do something. Terrence Ack is the only reason we've improved anywhere as a team. I mean, y'all know how we feel about him. I'll be a little fair and say you gotta give Mike credit for hiring the guy, right? But this ain't really about that. I'm more so talking about are we talking about a strength or a weakness? And I definitely don't think that it's a weakness. I definitely don't think you can go into this season saying that the O line is going to be a weakness. I think the O line's at a point where you can suffer an injury or two. Like before, we always said, man, a starting 5 might be okay. But as soon as we face an injury, that thing's going to take a nosedive off a cliff, right? Now I feel like you can, a guy can get hurt and then you can slide it. For instance, let's just example. Caden Lyles. Caden Lyles goes down at center. Even if you don't want to see Maurice Smith out there, which I don't think they do. I don't think they want to see Maurice Smith. I don't think they want to put Maurice Smith out there. I wouldn't want to put him out there. You can slide your boy from Charlotte, what is it, Dimitri Emmanuel, whatever his name is, I forget. You can slide him over to center. Throw Zane Herring or Thomas Schrader at guard. One of your tackles goes down. Guess what you can do? You can slide Bless Harris off the bench and throw him at either tackle spot. You can slide Darius Washington at guard if a guard goes down. If you ain't comfortable in the Zane Herring or Thomas Schrader, like y'all see the options? There's a lot more options. There's a lot more options, man, at that O line that Strength, I don't know if it's a strength. I don't know if you can go into the season saying we are able to lean on our O-line in a close game. Like, I don't know. You in a close game down the stretch, and let's say you got to close the game out. You got a 3-point lead. You got 4 minutes left on the clock, and you up against Clemson. Can you lean on the O-line to run the clock down, run the ball down Clemson through? And you're probably not that good yet, right? I'm not going to sit here and pretend and blow smoke like we're there, like we're that, right? You're probably not that. I think that's what you mean when you say, is the O-line the strength? These bugs are bad today. You hear me? These bugs are bad. You all right? So you're probably not there at strength. But again, it's no longer a weakness. You're not sitting around here scheming up an offense despite your offensive line, that's how I would look at it. That's how I would look at it. But Clemson O-line ain't really been that good either, especially last season. I'm talking about playing Clemson's defensive line. I don't know. I think I lost Timmy in the scenario. Maybe, I don't know if I'm breaking up. Y'all can hear me. So I'll go back over the scenario. When I say the O-line is strength, can you go up against Clemson? You're playing Clemson. Hypothetically. You got Clemson at home this year. You got a 3-point lead in the fourth quarter. 4 minutes left. We have the ball. We're trying to run the clock down and close the show. And we lean on our O-line to run the clock down, run the ball, and win the game. I'm not saying we're there yet. I don't know if we are there yet. Right? That's what I'm saying. That's, to me, when you say your O-line is strength. And you can line up, run the ball, and no matter what, the team knows what's coming, and they can't do nothing to stop it. Now you've, became elite in the trenches. Nowhere am I saying is that we're elite in the trenches. I'm simply saying it's not a weakness this year. No Squad says, honestly, it depends on the defense we are facing. That's fair. Again, I don't know. Depending on the D-line, you're right. I don't know if we can line up and do that against any and everybody. But I still say your O-line's at a point where you can hold your own and you don't have to scheme around your O-line. You can actually you should be, right? You should be able to line up and play football. Your quarterback should feel a lot more comfortable in the pocket. These little things. That's what I'm saying. Excuse me, y'all. I try to scroll down the comments. My comments jumped at me. You jumped up. I'm trying to scroll back down. What do y'all think? So I think that's where we're at. I think the O-line is credible. I think the O-line's credible. And now you got to start asking yourself, who's the starters? Who's the primary backups? And you got to feel pretty good that we shouldn't have to rush any of our freshmen. Into playing time this year. At least that's my belief. I don't believe that we should have to rush any of them freshmen in there this year. Give me 1 second, y'all. 1 second.
feed wasn't. I had to refresh. My feed wasn't refreshed. There we go. So I can get to some of these comments. We don't have an elite O-line play, but we've got experience, very good, not a big weakness, as in the insurance, lower security. Yeah, both of them are just 1 year ago. Absolutely right on that one. Doesn't have a really good line. I guess I haven't beat them yet. Yes, I'm concerned though. Well, I think. I agree. No, I agree. That's why I use Kirkland as an example because I know they have a nasty line, and I understand. But if you're telling me that it's strength, so we should be able to go up against that line. Our strength should be able to match their strength. Right? That's how I view it. If you're telling me that it's a strength, and I'm telling you, I don't know if we're there yet. I'll be fully transparent and say I don't think we're quite there yet. But we shouldn't struggle with the D lines like a Boston College or a Syracuse or a Georgia Tech or anything like that. We should be able to impose our will against some of those type of defensive lines. So that's all I'm saying. Line's fault for JC getting hurt in years past. JC has to learn how to run. And that's not just a JT problem, that's scrambling quarterbacks across the board, man. A lot of times that's the issue with them. Michael Vick had the same problem. Michael Vick was injury prone. Why? Because Michael Vick was 6 foot, maybe 6'1", and 200 pounds. And when he couldn't outrun you, he was getting clocked and getting hurt. Scrambling quarterbacks have always faced that issue. The JT's like that. My personal opinion, JT has not had a DeAndre Francois moment where he's gotten hurt because the O-line just whiffed on a block. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to talk. No audio. Okay. Give me a second. Are we back? Does it sound better? No? There we go. I'm back. All right, cool. Again, my bad, y'all. I decided to bring y'all with me on this nice, beautiful evening. So, a little something different. I probably won't do this again because obviously the sound's going in and out as I walk. So, but sometimes, man, you got to change the scenery up for these live streams. Sometimes you just got to change it up a little bit. So, y'all bear with me if y'all don't mind it. Obviously, it's not the best video quality I've ever done, but do a little something a little different. Hopefully, y'all don't mind. Oh, you think it's how I'm holding the phone? It might be.
a good point. It could be. Here, let me switch that up. Y'all know I'm a dummy. Y'all hear me now? Dang, you can't hear me again. I think it was how I was holding the phone. I may have been covering the mic. Yeah, I think I was covering the mic, y'all. But yeah, I'm smarter than I look. Yeah, man. I can't say the same, man. Can't say the same. Thank you, CV, for that. I was definitely, my fingers were covering up the mic at the bottom of the phone, so appreciate that. Uh, our best position group. I, I, I want to stick to O-line, but I mean, I'll answer y'all questions because I'm walking and I really don't have anything written down or planned out. But I definitely want to really get on this O-line. But I think the best position group would be the D tackle or safety. D tackle or safety. What I would say, those might be the two deepest position groups on the team. O-line's right there in terms of depth. Now, I'm not saying O-line is as talented as those two positions, obviously. That kind of remains to be seen. But if Robert Scott, who's getting a lot of preseason hype, is all he's hyped up to be, O-line might be a very good sleeper, bro. O-line might be a very good sleeper. I don't want to say D-line as a whole, the same way I don't say DB as a whole, because I think as a whole, we have some questions on the edge. We have some questions at edge rusher, right? I think we have questions at corner outside of Amarion Cooper. You know, is Ronaldo Green gonna be 100% back from injury? I mean, I might tend to think Ronaldo Green's a good player, but is he going to be an upgrade over Jarvis Brownlee? I think those are legit questions in that secondary. How much are you going to rely on your two freshman DBs? Do you want to rely on them? Does Jerry and Jones or Travis Jay give you anything at corner? I think the corner position has a lot more questions than we think. And I think the defensive end room has some questions. I think the defensive end rooms has a lot of questions too. Again, I think Jared Verse can be a good player. I think McClendon's coming in motivated and ready to go, but outside of Briggs, both of those guys are questions. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. Let me go reading some comments. O-line gonna be good, especially with JT legs and them backs. But the sad part, half of them will leave in the portal next year. Kids don't want to sit and wait no more. They want to start and get paid. Well, so let's address that reality. And the problem with that is, if we were at a different position, I would agree with you. If this was running back or wide receiver or DB, but guess what? Those O linemen, they don't matter where they go. They still have to sit and develop. Don't matter where they go. So I don't wholly agree with that when you talk about O line. I don't think there's one freshman that we recruited that is a day one starter. That includes Julian. Like, I guess this was FSU's O line 3 years ago. you could rush Julian out there kind of like they did Robert Scott and hope for the best. But for the most part, man, all the old linemen are gonna have to go sit and get bigger, faster, and stronger anyway. Let's see. Thoughts on Amari Gainer? Um, I hope he. But man, we've been saying this about Gainer for. We've been saying this about Amari Gainer for the last for like 3 years. Like we keep wanting him to be something, and we not getting nothing out of him. Obviously, man, if he can give you something, you got Bethune, you got Deloach. We believe those are your two starters at linebacker. Gainer gives you great depth if he can be, you know. The crazy thing about Amari Gainer is if you look at PFF grades, which if you have watched me for more than today, you know I absolutely hate those PFF grades. I think people that solely go off PFF grades don't even know how to really watch the game of football. But that's just me. The Gainer's PFF grades say he's like the best linebacker on the team. But if you're a Florida State fan and you've watched it, you know that to be false. But if you use his PFF grades and say, well, maybe in a larger sample size, you know, maybe he is better than we think. I mean, we got to see what we get from Amari, man. We got to see what we get from him. Honestly, though, I don't know. I hope we just could get quality depth. That's the most I can ask for. And if he gives us more, then, you know, you take it. What's up, Tyler? Y'all want to talk wide receivers. Y'all just want to talk the whole roster. Duval Knoll. Hell, Mims is sitting still at GA. We'll see. We'll see how long that lasts for him. Um, but yeah, Mims sat a year, and he went back to sit a year. So, and you know that kind of goes to my point though, Peter. Like I said, if you're an old lineman, man, you got to sit. Like that's just the way that position is, right? You're gonna have to sit. You want to sit and bide your time and get bigger and stronger. And if you go to a team that recruits the O line at an elite level, no matter how good you are, you probably gonna have to sit. Appreciate that, Smith. Y'all make sure y'all let me know too if the sound goes out again. But we should be good. We should be good on the sound. What is he doing? Playing in the water.
He's frogging.
That's the nasty water though. You know that water's stagnant like that? That water's stagnant though. Let's see what we got. I think if we have a good season, the O-line is set up nice for definitely. The O-line is definitely set up nice for the future. But I'm more so talking about next year. What do we expect from it? See, and this brings me to one of my really big topic points that I want to hit. And that's on Turrentine. Is that how you say his name? The recent transfer we got from South Carolina. And a lot of people don't like him, or they're down on him, or they're not excited about him. Bro, you all right? Saw a dog?
Look like that loose.
It might be. That dog ain't gonna bother you.
I tell you, I'm gonna cuss them out.
You ain't gonna cuss nobody out.
Watch me.
You gonna cuss people out for?
If they dogs come near me, because they ain't got no business losing, I'm gonna keep the dogs so hard. Watch me. Right in the face.
Y'all hear this? Y'all see how black people are? Wild times. Starting to kick people dogs. Dog on a whole leash. The dog ain't thinking about you. Just walk. Can't even walk in peace. What whatever. You just being irrational. Okay. Let me leave what I was gonna say. Um, Terrence, Terrence says, just drop it and smash the like button. Just drop it and smash the like. Allergies got me jacked today. Just want to show some love. Thank you for that. A.P.52, what you was mad at War Chant about the other day? Well, it was for the commitment. So okay, if you ain't aware, the guy who just recently transferred from South Carolina to us, War Chant did it again. Only this time they were smart enough to delete the tweet, and they actually ended up being correct. But they tweeted well before anything was confirmed that the young man had made a decision and was coming to Florida State. Within 10 minutes, they deleted the tweet. After all the other FSU outlets were like, no, nothing's been confirmed. Yeah, he's planning on doing such and such. Very similar to the Mims situation, bro. And at some point, you think a bunch of seasoned journalists would not make the same mistake twice in literally the same off season. I can really go. This isn't even a War Chant thing, so I'm not even going to spend a lot of time on them, on those clowns. But it was embarrassing the first time, and this second time it's just like whatever. Again, I'm not going to waste a lot of time on those guys. Those guys aren't rookies to this. They should know better, but they keep doing it. This is what I was talking about before I got off topic. He might be a debt piece, but here's what I wanted to address about him, because everybody again keeps saying that they don't like him. They don't think he's this and that, and this is what I know. This is what I know about him. When I listen to the people who scouted him, who talk about what he brings to the table, I haven't heard that he's. I haven't heard anything about him being unathletic. I haven't heard that he doesn't have a Division I body. Actually, you hear that he's fairly athletic for his size. You hear that he's, all of these things. What you do hear negatively about him, maybe he lacks some heart. Lazy. Whoops, hold on. Okay, here we go. Maybe he lacks some heart. Lazy. Low motor. To me, you know what that sounds like to me? That sounds like a coaching problem. Sounds like a kid that got talent. Here's another thing I know for a fact. He's got legit, unique body type. 6'6", 6'7", 300 pounds don't grow on trees. I tell y'all that all the time. You give me a Ferrari, I can rebuild the engine and make it a Ferrari again. What I can't do is turn the Honda Civic into a Ferrari. I just can't do it. I can't do nothing with. And no offense to Emmanuel, but if you ask me, the same two players, Turrentine and Emmanuel, and you go, one guy is probably better coached, has all the intangibles, but you know what? He just don't have the quality size. So at the end of the day, regardless of how good or well coached he is, he's always going to lack. He's always going to lack something because he's only 6'2", 300 pounds. The other guy, built like a Mack truck, but he don't have this. He might be here. Maybe he's stubborn, lazy, all those things. Yeah, I can coach that into him. I promise you. A good coach, a good leader can get that out of him. I can put some heart into him. You didn't come to Florida State for no reason. Hope you didn't just come to Florida State think you were just gonna play. Last time I checked, you also on a 1 year rental, which means you either gonna do something and go to the NFL, or you're gonna be at home. Yeah, you'll have a degree, but you're gonna be at home. So as far as I'm concerned, that's what I like about. I like the situation with Turrentine. That's just me. That's just my preference, though. I'm looking at 6'7", 330, and I'm saying I believe in Coach Atkins enough. He gonna get everything out of that kid. Is he gonna be All American? No. All ACC? Probably not. But I bet you that size and that length don't go to waste. And I'm gonna tell you right now, he gonna be. I'm gonna tell you right now, he gonna start. You ain't gotta believe it. You ain't gotta agree with it. Your starting tackles will be Robert Scott and Turrentine. I'm telling you that right now. Your starting tackles will be Robert Scott and Turrentine, with Bless Harris being a great option off the bench. But let me get to the comments. See what y'all saying. Norville Central, man, what's up? Turrentine is just a big body who does properly use and trust his technique. Relies on his size too much. He will be a deputy. Yeah, sounds like coaching to me. Nope, we got the coach that'll fix all of that. He'll be all right. X is gonna get him right. That's what some of these so-called FSU fans aren't recognizing. I agree with you, Island Boy. Like I said, y'all know I'm the king of analogies, or at least I try to be. I can't make a Civic into a Ferrari. 6'2", 300. Again, no offense to Emmanuel, but he gonna be limited regardless. He's just gonna be a limited player. He can have all the heart in the world. He can be the smartest O lineman on the team. He's gonna be limited. His size makes him limited. Man, we just talking O line and all this. I definitely think Emmanuel's gonna start. I'm not saying he's not gonna start. As a matter of fact, I think the entire O line is gonna be full of redshirt seniors, with the exception of Robert Scott. So I wholeheartedly think he's gonna start. Wholeheartedly believe he will start. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, if you're one of the people waiting on Dustin Hill, I can sell you a beach house in Antarctica. I promise you that. If you still think Dustin Hill coming to this football team, I will sell you a beach house in Antarctica. I got one for sale right now for the low. For the low. Beautiful beachfront property in Greenland. What the? Beautiful beachfront property. They done pulled y'all along this Dustin Hill nonsense long enough. If you still believing in the Dustin Hill thing, you might want to get a life. Told y'all 6 months ago about Dustin Hill. He was supposed to do it in January. Then he's gonna come in the summer. Well, that's time. Well, now he coming in the fall. Man, get out of here. Going again? That's a good question. Of course, if they need him to do that, he might hit it, and that might be a part of the process. Might be a part of the process. Okay, that's your opinion. I'm telling you, he's starting. He's starting. Tell you what happened about what? Man, y'all, all right. All right, Tony, keep believing the lies. But we'll see. I don't even really care. I already told you I don't really care if Dustin Hill come or not. I don't care at this point. He ain't playing this year anyway. So it kind of doesn't even matter. He can come if he wants. He ain't playing year one. So I'm not really too worried about Dustin Hill. But I think the offensive line's in great shape going forward. I think the offensive line's in great shape going forward. And we got the depth for it. Y'all keep believing in that junk if y'all want to, man. Y'all keep believing in that. Yeah, it's a strength. I think the whole offense has gotten better. It comes down to the defense. You think the whole offense has gotten better? Interesting. So do you think the offense is better than the defense? Because you seem to feel like, from what I'm gathering from your comment, is you have more faith in your offense than your defense. How do you feel about that? Left to right, Scott, Gibbons, Smith, Manuel, Bless. I can see it. Don't. Oh, I can see it. Wouldn't be mad at Bless if he started. Wouldn't be mad at that. But we'll see if Turntine prove everybody wrong. Maybe he proves me right. We'll see though. We'll see. He's not a topic. He's not. I was just entertaining it for 5 seconds. He's not a topic. Believe me. Bro, I told you, man, 6'7". At a, let me say this. At a certain point, I know we want good kids who can play hard. At a certain point, you got to get away from good kids who play hard and get a real Division I football players that play hard. And even if they got a little bad in them, hey, yeah, you can't show me a national champion that ain't never had a few bad apples on the roster. You feel me? If we just keeping it a buck, you can't name one. Show me the team that's hosting the trophy at the end of the year. That a bunch of Saints, that a bunch of good old quality 3-star, hard-working blue-collar players won a natty. It don't happen like that. You need some boys from the bottom. You need some boys from the gutter. You need some boys from the muck. You need some boys from some places that ain't as desirable as some of us would like to admit. I'm not saying Tarantino is any of those things. I'm just saying, time to start getting some real legit bodies in the room. And what he does have is that defense gotten better before the offense did. I think the defense is the strength of this team. That's why I asked him that question, because I think he feels like the offense is the strength, which is interesting. I agree. I don't know if the whole offense got better. For instance, I don't think the running back room got better. I just don't think the decline is drastic. Because I know we all are infatuating with Trey Benson, but look, until Trey Benson runs for 800 yards like Jayshon Corbin, he ain't better than Jayshon Corbin, so that's an L. Okay, so the running back room hasn't gotten better. I just don't think there's a huge drop-off in the running back room. Even without Trey Benson, I was already telling you, I have faith in Trayshawn Ward and Toafili anyway. Trey Benson is a great addition. Maybe he's the number one when it's all said and done. But if Benson don't run for 800 plus, then he ain't Jayshon Corbin, so I can't say that room's better. That's just me, though. I do think the wide receivers are better just because of sheer numbers and the fact that you added talent and you added college talent that's ready to play right now. So I do think the wide receiver room got better. I do think the O-line got better. I think the running back actually got worse, but again, it's not a drastic decline. And then when it's all said and done, could end up being better. But as of right now, I say the running back room did not get better. And quarterback is the same, so you definitely can't say that it got better. We'll wait and see if JT's play improves. But they didn't. Nothing happened to make it drastically better. And the tight end room, hell, you can't say that got better. That's for damn sure. I like Schrader. I just don't think he's gonna start. Remember, Schrader's coming off a leg injury, so he's still going to be a year removed from a leg injury. So I wouldn't expect him to start. I'm with you there, Smith. I'm 100% with you there. Competition never hurt nobody either. We be ready to give out jobs. I don't think competition hurts anybody. No. If he wins 7, he's definitely not getting fired. If he wins 6, there might be talks. If you remember, though, I don't think they should fire Norvell. They shouldn't fire him, in my opinion, until that job is more desirable. And though I think Norvell is a dead man walking, meaning that I don't think he's the guy, I still think there's positives to keeping him. And that stability is the biggest one. If that means we're a 7-8 win team in his tenure, that's fine. Keep him around. He'll recruit in the 20s just off of being at Florida State alone. The brand name will get him in the top 25 in recruiting every year because that's just what the brand name does. And then once that football only facility is done, once you increase the value of that job, then you go out and you try to get your guy. So no, I don't think they fire him. 7, I don't even think there's a conversation if he wins 7. Even though I think 8 should be the floor. I don't think there's a conversation to even be had. They're not even going to talk about it if he wins 7. 6, I do think talks would be had, but I don't think it'll happen. Okay, he says, I only feel comfortable about that back end. We lost a lot of production on that line at the ends. I agree with you. Also, we had absolutely no talent at wide receiver. It's an upgrade no matter what. Like I said, we definitely upgraded wide receiver, so I agree with you there. And I do agree with you that we lost some talent at the ends. But I think the defense as a whole might be better. Polk, they say he came in trimmed up, talking about the O-line transfer. I'm telling y'all he gonna start. Y'all can believe what y'all want. I'm telling y'all he gonna start. He gonna start. You know why he gonna start? You can't tell me Bless Harris, and I like Bless Harris, don't get me wrong. I like Bless Harris. And Bless Harris has great size himself. But if he can be, Bless Harris ain't playing in the SEC. I know that ain't the end all be all and all of that. I get that. But listen to me now. 6'7", 330. If he trimmed up, even if he's down to 320, I mean there ain't another body type like that on that roster. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. Right. Hold on, y'all. Lost the comment section real quick. There we are. That's the comment. I believe this team will surprise. That defense is the strength. And we'll play like a top 20 D. Offense bring backs a lot. O-line will be a strength and will allow the running game to flourish. Imagine if Jermaine and Kier was on this team. And you add all the defensive players that we got over this offseason. Totally Philly breakout year. I'll give you the running back room, but I definitely think our offense got better overall. It should. I think the O-line plays a big part of that, and I do think there's some talent at receiver, obviously. Especially if Winston Wright comes back ready to go. Ultimately, though, man, I think like any offense, man, this is just the way the game is. This is the way the game's kind of always been. I mean, your quarterback position is going to dictate a lot on that O-line. I mean, on that entire offense. If JT's play improves like we saw at the end of last year, if he continues that trend and that projection, I think we'll be all right offensively. I really do. I'd say 7 wins. When Taggart got fired in the middle of the second season, that what scurried the elite coaches away. I agree with that. Because I think 80s, I agree with that. You can't, I know, I agree with that. Which is why you don't fire Taggart like that unless you had your guy. Notice, and we'll use Miami for an example here real quick. Miami can't treat Manny Diaz the way they treated him down the stretch. Basically, openly, like, this man was still the head coach of Miami, and they were openly, like, talking about Mario Cristobal and this stuff. Miami can't treat him like that if they didn't already have their guy. They had their guy all along, even when people like me didn't believe it. They had their guy all along. Because if Mario Cristobal falls through, they're screwed. Because you can't treat a coach like that and expect to go hire another coach from a program. You can't do it. But they had their guy. You can't fire Willie Taggart mid-season and then go hire Mike Norvell because you never had your guy. Like that, it was stupid. Even though I think Willie Taggart should have been fired. You probably should have let him at least finish the season. But at no point did I think Willie Taggart should have been fired for Mike Norvell. But, you know, old conversation that we've had over and over and over. So really no need to beat that dead horse. Well, you know, that's fair. We can say that about the whole team, though, right? That's the beauty thing. That's the beautiful thing about talking about football in June. We're all optimistic, baby. The game still got to be played, bro. Game still got to be played. I agree with that, Dart. I agree with that. Despite the negative things that I say about Norvell being dead man walking, honestly, I think that's why. To be honest with you, I think that's why recruiting is suffering as much as it's suffering. I think kids know he's a lame duck coach. I think they know that. And the only way he kills that conversation, only way he kills the lame duck coach conversation is if he wins not the 7 games that everybody, oh man, he wins 7 games. Man, he wins 7 games, and guess what? He's still going to be looked at. A lame duck coach. I would argue 8 games isn't that much better, but 8 games put you in another tier in the bowl games, which I know people think bowl games don't matter. But again, if you think kids want to watch you play in the Pinstripe Bowl in Shreveport, Louisiana, you're highly mistaken. Oh, you're highly mistaken. So bowl games might not matter to some, but the optics do matter. 7 games ain't gonna cut it. He's still gonna be considered a lame duck coach. I promise you. 8 plus, kids are now gonna say, okay, Mike's turning it around. Defense is the strength, but no one said at this point we have a 3 defensive core. Shannon Fuller and John all have DCs. That's a plus. Exchanging ideals and making adjustments. What up, Jamal? Well, dang, babe, I don't even think you honestly believe that. There's no way you watched the last 2 seasons and believe that, but you're definitely entitled to your opinion, my man. By the way, hit that like button, y'all, if y'all still in here with me. Hit that like button. If he has a breakout season, then the sky's the limit for this team. Get that breakout season, man. The sky's the limit. Sky is the limit. Could compete for the ACC. Y'all, who's this guy? I blocked this guy. Who is this dude? Never seen this dude in here before in my life. I know how I am over here. You gonna come over here? First of all, you introduce yourself and you show some respect. Don't come over here talking shit to me in my home. Who the hell is what is a Jeffrey Francis? Gonna tell me what do I think? Man, get. Oh boy. Oh boy. Look at this guy. Who is this dude? Huh? I do not. What, are they in the woods? Oh, I see them. Them little old deers. Yeah, Jeffrey, you getting blocked, bro. You're Dunsky. Get your ass out of here, homie. No, you know me. I don't even block people. I've never seen this dude before. You don't get to come in here talking trash to me. What the hell you think he is? Y'all better tell these Canes fans how we do around here. Anyway, back to the real conversation with the real fans. John White, what's going on? Yeah, Miami disrespected, man. They scaring you? It's interesting to think about the potential candidates after Taggart who would have wanted to take the project. You know what's even interesting to think about stroking the flame is had they did a proper coaching search the real time around. The first time around, with the talent that Taggart inherited, if they had did a proper coaching search with Brian Burns and Landon Dickerson and Kalen LeBourne and Campman, we can go on and on about that. Yes, the offensive line still needed to be addressed on that team, but the talent was there. Had they did a proper coaching search the first time around, we're probably not here, bro. We're probably not here, but unfortunately, none of us work for the university or are in that position of power, so here we are. You know, hindsight's a mug, right? Well, you the one that said you believe Mike is going to bring us back to fruition. Now you asking, can we just be at the Baylor level? Dang, man, you don't sound too confident, my man.
She was doing that.
I think Norvell's gone if there's an 8. I think 7. I don't think there's any way they fire him if he wins 7. But if he wins less than 7, I definitely think there's going to be a conversation. Do I think Miami, USC, and Texas will be back with NIL stuff? I think USC has the coach that they've been lacking. I think USC, even before NIL, when they got Lincoln Riley, I told y'all from the jump, I thought Lincoln Riley was a slam dunk hire for them. Miami's going to be interesting to watch. I don't quite know. Miami's got all this NIL money, but who have they? Who's Miami signed with that money so far? That's would be my first big question with that. And as far as Texas goes, Texas have always used their money to get recruits. Texas got to find a coach. I don't know if Sark's the coach. Sark just went 5-7 like Mike Norvell did last year. But because they're buying players, no one's really talking about that. Sark better win 9-10 games this year. After all the money that Texas is allegedly spending on recruits, Sark better get it done. Hold on, guys. Chat jumped on me. And that's when you fire Norvell and get that elite coach to take us to the national championship game and win it. The U equals dog shit. Typical Miami fan. Yeah, that's why he's out of here. Never seen him before in my life. Don't come in here with that. Do you trust Fuller this year? Fuller has a chance to make me a believer. He has a chance to make me a believer, Mario. I'm not one of those people that y'all know me, man. If y'all watch me, my opinion changes with when information changes, my opinion changes. So Fuller has. I'm not one of those people that's going to die on the Adam Fuller's trash hill if he proves me otherwise. Just like I was pro Novell at one point. But it becomes hard to defend something when I'm looking at, you know, it's hard for me to call something ice cream when I'm looking at a pile of dog shit. Like if we being real, I can't call it ice cream. So Adam Fuller proves me wrong, I'll be willing to change my opinion on Adam Fuller. I think he's got the team to do it, or the talent on the defensive side of the ball. I think he's got the guys. Timmy, I agree. Polk, when do you go and let me play Madden? Man, I don't even play Madden. But when that new NCAA come out next year, I got you, Ray Fitty. I'll slap you down, bro. So lame's got to talk trash on those channel, brother. Honestly, a lot of the Miami fans that come over here, y'all know, like, we keep it cool. We talk trash when it's time to talk trash, but they don't. But they all are. They're known participants of the channel. Again, I've never seen Jeffrey Francis before in my life, and then he come in here insulting my intelligence. I think even if Mike wins 9 games, kids are going to be like they moving in the right direction, but he need to prove it at another season. A lot of kids are either about the bag. Again, man, I honestly think the bag thing is getting overblown, but I get it. You know, I made a recent comment about Louisville, and I will say this about Louisville, that I agree with the people that are pointing out the recent coaching changes that they made at Louisville. They got one of those guys from California. And we even talked this past Saturday about Louisville and what they got going on. Obviously, they added some key coaching decisions that I think is playing a major role in their recruiting. But what I don't agree with is this notion that all of a sudden they're dropping major bag. People are like, it's Adidas money. Excuse me. So if all the schools Adidas is choosing to invest in, it's Louisville? Isn't Miami sponsored by Adidas? And there's probably some other notable programs sponsored by Adidas. So, yeah, some kids are definitely going to be about the bag, but I believe relationships win out. That's me, though. We could have got Mac Brown. No, squad, are you drunk? I know I've been walking for the last hour, but man, no, squad, we could have got Mac Brown. I think we good, man. Any coach that Norville has beat the last 2 years, I don't really want him. Pretty bad. Considering everything, pretty bad hire, man. Pretty bad hire when you look at everything. Take your feelings and emotion out of it and really look at it. The state of the program at that time, the perception of the program at that time. Yeah, we had one bad year in the Jimbo, but it was pretty much understood across all of college football that Jimbo just didn't want to be there anymore. He had a disagreement with the university. And the talent on that team was still undisputed. And, you know, that's the direction they went. And you saw what happened afterwards. Yeah, it's... yeah. Oh, yeah, Jeffrey gone. Hold on, guys. Chat jumped on me. We'll get to these last comments, y'all, and then we'll call it. I'm running out of daylight here anyway, as you can see. But y'all can still see me pretty good. We'll go through these last comments, man. I appreciate y'all for coming on a walk with me, man. Oh, y'all might... Dang, my finger was covering up the mic again. Y'all might have... Gotta stop holding the phone like that. Like I said, though, I appreciate y'all coming on that walk with me. Started off shaky because of the... I was holding my phone wrong. We've been good ever since. Right. Why would we want Mac Brown? Any coach that's lost in Norvell 2 years in a row, bro, I'm good. Yo, you know I'm right there with you, Tyler. The main reason I'm tired of hearing about NIL is because we give the notion that every team's paying. Excuse me. Everybody recruiting well, they're all doing NIL. But for some reason, Florida State's the only school in the country that isn't doing NIL. We're the only school. We're the only school that's not doing NIL, man. Y'all got to stop with the NIL stuff. Stroking the flame, I'll take it a step further. But I'm right there with you because I think 10 wins means you're competing for you. If you really want to know the best case scenario, and this is going to go to what Stroking the Flame is saying, or at least what I believe he's saying. And I talk about Mike Norvell being a lame duck coach because 7 wins, hell, maybe even 8 wins, isn't going to change perception. Make it to the ACC championship game. And I think with 10 wins, you could at least make it to the ACC championship game. Make it to the ACC championship game, and then you start to change the perception. That's where I think when you say you think this team should be 10 games in year 3, I take it a little step further. They should be competing for the ACC. I ain't saying win it. Mike ain't got to win it. Jimbo didn't win his first ACC title in his first crack. He lost to Virginia Tech the first time he made it to the ACC title game. But get there. Show that that's what you're competing. Show that you're on that ACC level. Show that you're competing for the ACC championship. Then kids know, because what, the ACC is one of those conferences, regardless of how much we hate it, because we hate it. You go undefeated in the ACC, you're making the college football playoff. Win the ACC, man. Then everything else opens up for you. That's just what I think. Somebody said Riley would be out in 4 years. I don't think so. But we'll see. I don't think so, though. I think Riley's built for South Carolina, South California. Don't fire him yet. I agree with you on that, Dart. We did have big names, absolutely. No, you're absolutely right. We definitely have big names. James Franklin, your Mark Stoops of the world. You had guys who wanted that job. Like, I know James Franklin wanted that job for a fact. Yeah, the unfortunate thing, though, Bowden was given that time because Florida State was nothing before he got here. Unfortunately, Bowden built a team. He built a program. He built the quote-unquote blue blood off of, and now they have this expectation, and expectations dictate a lot in college football. There's a reason why Texas keeps burning through coaches, because expectation. This is why USC keeps burning through coaches, because of expectation. Coaches don't get 6-7 years, guys, to turn around programs. It just doesn't happen no more. I know we want it to, but it just doesn't happen like that anymore. See, me and you on the same page, man. Me and you on the same page. There we go, but hey, man, that's all I got tonight. We did a walk. As you can see, it's getting dark, but I'm almost to the house. Little impromptu live, but I think it was successful in the end. Started off shaky, finished off strong. Even got a Miami clown to come here and show his face and earn a good old-fashioned block. And I don't even dish those out too often. I usually allow people to come in here and talk. But his vibe just threw me off, so he deserved it in my opinion. But man, thanks everybody, man, who came out tonight. I don't. There won't be a show this Saturday. I think the crew is busy, so unfortunately we won't be doing anything live this Saturday night. But on this Wednesday, man, I had to get something out here for y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in with your boy. Again, I apologize for the shaky start to the stream, but eventually we got this thing off and running. Um, any last minute alibis, put them in the comment section right now. Look, even CV know I don't block people, bro. I don't block people, so you know he was stupid. You know he was stupid. um, but yeah, man. Any last minute alibis, man? As always, it's your boy POLK over here on 863 Seminole TV, and we got you. Y'all have a great rest of y'all night, and go Knowles. And no, I'm not gonna address Odell right now, but I'll holler at y'all later, man. Go Knowles. I'm out here.